both known as JJ, like, you know, but anyway, the politician was the lawyer. Sorry, I've got all horsey. And of course, because my father felt sorry, I think he thanked him for gleaning. We just go and pick up the bits of corn that the combine officer had left anyway. So the point was, eventually at the pack-in, and I used to say, there, oh look, JJ's not giving you anything. So of course he tried to get a parish pension. And first of all he went up to Social Security, and when he became 65, so he had no money, so he had to keep on. What he did was he had to keep on working. He paid no stamp money, but his employer paid their half. In other words, the 4 shillings, I've got 4 shillings on you, you know. They only paid 2 shillings, like, because he was over 65, you didn't have to pay, see. So of course, when eventually the doctor said he had to pack in, like, you know, or he was about 67, 68, maybe a bit more. He wasn't 70 anyway.
What was the appeal of J.J. Lemarchand to your father? Why did he support him? Your father's a working man.
Yes, but you see, my old man, we kept the radio, see. JJ, from where I lived there to the incinerator, JJ lived in La Haye at Trinity. And of course, the old man used to go backwards and forwards and tell him the news, because we kept the radio, see. And of course, well, we got to know him before that, I think. I can't remember how that was now, but they were buddies, and JJ would have asked him to walk through fire, and he'd have walked on coals, like, you know. But anyway. But
how would you characterise J.J. Lemarchand's politics?
Well, you see, now he studied the farmer. The farmers were totally opposed to the Social Security law, because it meant they were going to have to pay all this money out, see. And in all fairness, I mean, they've got to take, you know, I was all for it, like, you know. But you see, the farmers were totally against it, and he represented the farmers, and he was a great man to them, and he came in, like, every year. He was another survey, like, you know, but he lived for those people, see. But
so who would you have supported? Who was your political person that you'd say that?
Well, you see, I'm talking about the time here where I wasn't capable of voting.
Right.
This is just after the war I'm going about, see.
Why were you not capable of voting?
I wasn't old enough.
No.
No, see.
But were there people around that politically you said if you could vote, and were there people around then who you'd vote for? Because the Social Security law was Lefevre, wasn't it, brought in?
No, well, yes, but Venables, I think. Venables started it off, I think, so, right. You know. And Lefevre was, I think, president of Social Security.
But these were people you remember as being, those are good.
Well, no, I wasn't. I suppose I wasn't into politics all that much then, like, you know.
No.
What brought you into politics?
Well, I don't know, because everybody was sitting on me, like, you know. But as I told you the other day, everybody I was working with paid no taxes whatsoever, you know. Some blokes have been 8 names, they've had 8 different, and Teddy Lamar proved that one day when he sent he had a mechanic, he had a garage, and he told his mechanic to go down to Social Security and say he just arrived on the island, and the mechanic did that, and he got an insurance card as easy as that.
So it was cheap labour for employers, they didn't have to pay the Social Security part.
And they
had to pay the Social Security. Oh yes, you had to pay the Social Security. But the point was, because he had tax, like Teddy Lamar admitted they weren't paying tax, and how easy it was to come in here and get a Social Security card. I was in the office one day, and there's a knock on the door, and Bert, I was in Bert's office, and he said, "Come in. Oh, you want a steel fixer?" "Oh no," he said, "I've started one." He said, "Yes, it's me," he said. He said, "What do you mean it's you?" "Yes," he said, and he gave his name, I can't remember what it was, and that was the 8 names, the 8 cards that this bloke had got.
Of course, those sort of industries, and Jersey's had lots of those sort of industries, where casual labour, building, farming, tourism, where lots of people, they weren't there for a long time, they'd work for a job and go work for a season.
The building industry has always been really the same. You're in while the job is there. I've had, I'm sorry, last in, first out, you know, and you knew that. That's why.
I mean, even where we are now, the docks, shipping, the docks, all of these industries were notoriously for casual labour, hire them by the day, and that
I was cycling to work one morning, and a bloke. I stopped at the lights at Bob Plays all there, and the bloke says, "Pompey, go down to Pompey," and he put a round disc in my hand. I thought, what the hell a Pompey, you know? I don't know what that meant. See, when I got home and looked at the post the other night, 250 people, the building sites are starved with labour because everybody, you could get paid. After 4 hours, you could get a shift was 4 hours. You started it, and if you wanted a full day, but you could get your half day's pay at 12 o'clock. And everybody had gone down there. So I thought, well, I'm missing out here. I'll find out what this is like. See, and I got the sack through it actually because when I went back, I was there the following day. Bloke said, "Pompey," I come down, and we were working till 2 o'clock in the morning in them days. And the old major came out there. "Oh," he said, "we won't see you tomorrow, Mr. Perrier." "Oh, yes," I said, "you will." And of course, I was there the following morning. I actually put my name down for a docker, like, you know, that it dried up. Like, because in them years, I'm going back about 47, 48, you had a gap of about a month, and then the tomatoes started arriving, and there was millions and millions of trays of tomatoes. So you got 2 days a week, on the London boat and all that. And well, I survived on that because you could earn good money working the hours.
Do you remember at all about the Jersey Democratic movement? Because there was a big sort of battle.
Well, you're talking about the Norman LeBrock.
Yeah, that period immediately post-war.
Well, do you know?
Tell us about that.
I'm coming back because I was always. Now I'm going to eat my pride here, and you might be offended by this, but you've got to take me as I am. I was always in favour of paid politicians. So we're sitting at I'm living up in the Pockley. This is several years. I got my hearing aids in. That don't affect us, does it? And I'm one night it's raining and it's a ding dong. Oh, the hell is out on a night like this? I said to Joe. I go to them. "Oh, brother, come in." I said, "God, you haven't chosen a very nice night to come." And it was Norman LeBrock, see. And I asked him to make him a cup of tea. He said no, he had a lot to do with all that. But he was the only one that you could say, and I told you the other day, that knocked on your door and wanted your vote. Because you're the only one that's knocked on my door so far. I don't know, I mightn't have been in. I know I haven't got a bell, but anyway, Mrs. what's his name? Anyway, and you're the only one, but we don't have, there's no one more than me that wants party politics.
And what do you remember that period up, that 47, 48?
See,
Tell us all about that.
I said to Norman LeBrock had to go around the building sites getting handouts because they weren't paid there. So of course I said we've got to have paid politicians in this island. I said there's no doubt about it because we can't go on like this. But you know, when you think of the paid politicians today, as they were saying this morning, arriving late and all that, you know, I take my hat off to Jeremy Mashall. I don't think he's been late once since he's been elected, like, you know. And I told Jeremy in the square one day that there was all this aggro about his mother helping him to write his speeches. I didn't mind that to start off with, because a politician, believe it or not, is the only profession where you've got no apprenticeship. You've got no apprenticeship like you've got a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that. You go, and of course you've got to get it under your own will. And I told him that, and I've told him on Radio Jersey this.
Can I take you back to that period of 48 and that immediately post-war? I mean, did you have any involvement in politics then, and were you interested?
Well, I was living out. See, I remember that I couldn't vote, like, you know, and my old man bought me a German army bike from Springfield, see, the surplus war sales. And come on, he said, we're going up to Parish Hall. My mother said, not on a night like this. It was the hustings up there, like, you know. I think it was the first election after the war, because it took about a year before we had one, like, you know. So you're not taking him out on a night like this. He said he can't even boat yet, like no. And oh, he's coming with me.
Which parish?
Trinity. And we lived at O'Grey. So that was quite nearly, a mile and a half, I suppose, to go. But we went down there, and of course the German army bikes, you couldn't back pedal with them, they put the brakes on. So if you went down there, you had to watch how you did. Of course you went over the handlebars, and they were big 28-inch wheels, like, you know.
So what happened when you got